Hello, hello everyone. Hope you can hear me. Hope I'm live. Let me know if so. Hello, it is good to see everyone. Let's see. I think we're live. I think we're good. Welcome everyone to the Xbox Games Showcase live reaction, live discussion. Thank you everyone who is stopping by, who is saying hello. It is good to see everyone. So yeah, big day today. Big day for Microsoft, big day for Xbox. I've got the pre-show kind of playing over here in the background just in case we get some big announcements, some big reveals. I think we're going to see a lot today. So I'm excited for Halo Infinite, of course. Excited to see Fable. Heavily rumored that we're going to see Fable here and a whole bunch of other first-party stuff. So hello, everyone. Hello, and welcome to the show. Let me know down in chat what you're excited to see. Drop those comments. I want to know, what are you most excited to see? Is it Halo? Is it Fable? Is it something else entirely? Let me know. You know, I have a feeling we're going to see a good showing here. I'm curious if it's going to be the kind of show, that's going to convince people that are not Xbox fans to jump into Xbox, or if it's going to be more a lot of IP that, it's already Xbox fans really like Halo, like Fable. I hope we see some new stuff. I hope we see some brand new IPs as well. So yeah, let me know. Let me know down in the comments what you want to see, what you're excited for. I think Halo Infinite's probably going to be a big chunk of this show. 10 to 15 minutes. 1 second. I think this is what Keely's been hyping up. Let's check this out.
On with this game, I was really excited and honored to have the opportunity to share this with you. So.
All right.
This is a bit of a longer piece, but it's
longer piece.
The world of a brand.
Keely's been hyping this. I want to see what this is.
Special creator in Japan. Please check
Japan. Okay. What do we got?
Hello, Xbox ファンの皆様、スクエアエニックスの中裕二です。
Square Enix.
今日は皆様に不思議な物語をお届けに参りました。僕は現在スクエアエニックスにいて、バランカンパニーという新しいブランドを立ち上げました。そしてここにいる昔ソニックやナイツを一緒に作った大島直人と20年ぶりにタッグを組み
Co-creator of Knights. Interesting.
中さんがスクエアエニックスに行くと知った時はびっくりしました。
僕も驚いたよ。
しかしこうしてまた一緒にタッグを組んでゲームを作れること、そして僕たちの得意とするゲーム作りとスクエアエニックスが得意とする物語や音楽とが合わさり
How's the volume levels? Are we good? Can you hear my voice and also the video? Or is one too loud?
とても嬉しく思います。
今日僕たちが皆様にお届けするのはアクションゲームのすべてを詰め込んだアクションゲームオブアクションゲームバランワンダーワールドです。アクションゲームにミュージカルの世界観を持ち込んでボタン一つでたくさんの衣装能力を使い進んでいくゲームになります。
苦悩や葛藤、人は誰しもがポジティブな気持ち
This looks
とネガティブ
interesting.
な気持ちのバランスを保ちながら生きています。しかしそのバランスが崩れた時、あなたはバランシアターに迷い込みます。悩める12人の
Thank you, Kuroso. Volumes are good? Okay, so you can hear both. You can hear the mic and also the video. Good. That's what I want. Nice balance. Increase the volume of the feet a little bit. All right.
80種類を超えます。衣装を次々に着替えながら各ステージ
How's that?
に散りばめられ
Better?
た謎を解き、そ
Can you hear the feet a little bit better now?
ネガティブな気持ちにとらわれてしまったキャストたちの心をあなたの手で取り戻してあげてください。
本作は24言語に対応予定です。 Xbox One、さらに Xbox シリーズ X にももちろん対応し、片方のコンソールを持っていればどちらでも遊んでいただけるスマートデリバリーにも対応する予定です。世界中の皆様に 4K の最高画質で
Awesome.
本作の世界を隅々まで楽しんでいただけます。ワンダーワールドの世界で皆様をお待ちしています。最後に今日は全世界初公開の映像
World
も
exclusive footage. All right. I like the art style. Art style is very cool. It does have like that Knights feel, like old school Knights. I definitely get that vibe. Let's see how the actual game looks, though.
Balan Wonderworld, a strange and mysterious land that you visit when you come to a turning point in life.
Very jolly vibes. Very jolly.
Over 80 different costumes, unlocking unique actions and abilities.
This looks, it's not exactly my style of game, to be honest with you, but I think there's people that'll really dig this. All right, let's see. I'm gonna check in on some of your comments here. All right, Silence PP7 saying they want a new Mech Assault or Crimson Skies, even though they don't think it'll happen. Those would both be amazing. They'd seem like long shots, but yeah, I'm not expecting that. Kieran Buckley saying, I'm not really an Xbox fan, but I want to see Microsoft do much better this generation. I like it. I appreciate it. I like that. That's good vibes.
Every moment is an adventure.
Devandra here asking if I get copyright issues. No, not for companion streams. They'll just demonetize the video, but I won't get any kind of like copyright strike. It'll just get demonetized, which isn't that big of a deal. I'm not that worried about that.
Special and important game to me. I want to thank Nakasan and Square.
Nintendo saying they're hyped for Forza, Halo, and Everwild. Yes, I agree. We got to see a Forza game, right? We know Everwild's got to be there. Obviously, Halo's there. You got to think that that we're going to see a Forza game as well, right? I don't know if it'll make launch or not, but there's got to be a Forza title. We got Avid Indian Gamer here saying, been a PlayStation fan since 2001, and I'm really looking forward to something which will make me buy an Xbox Series X too, because in my opinion, Xbox has amazing potential. I hope they make it work this gen. Good. I love the positive comments here, Avid Indian Gamer. I'm rooting for Microsoft here, you know. I want them to do good. I'm one of those guys that, you know, I play everything. Some people are really loyal to one brand, which I think is totally fine, totally cool. I don't really have much loyalty. I kind of flip-flop, honestly, just depending on the games that are out, the hardware that's out. I kind of go either way. I'm planning on getting a PS5 and an Xbox Series X. You know, I want to get both, so I want both to do really, really well. So I'm rooting for Microsoft here. I think the expectations on them are big. Like, the pressure is significant. Because like you said, you know, a lot of people have said their first party has not been on the same level as Sony's this generation. I think we can mostly all agree with that. Even people that really like Xbox, you know, they have had a few standout titles. The Ori games have been fantastic. I really liked Gears 5. I thought that was really good. Master Chief Collection, after all of the patches and fixes, you know, it launched really rough, but it's become really, really good now. So, but it's just not at the same level as what Sony put out this generation. When you look at all of the major hits, all of the big giant success stories, I feel like the pressure's definitely on Microsoft. You know, I think they need to deliver here. They bought a bunch of studios, a bunch of teams. I think we need to see that kind of come to fruition here. So I definitely want to see some pretty big announcements from Microsoft. So yeah, here's hoping, Avid Indian Gamer. Fingers crossed. Just a Simple Man saying, good idea on Xbox part to put a lot of the smaller titles on the pre-show. I agree. I like doing that in the pre-show first. I think the main hour-long showcase needs to be like hard hitter after hard hitter. It needs to be Halo. It needs to be Fable. It needs to be these big first-party teams. I agree. I like the smaller games. I like the indie stuff too. I thought a lot of that looked really good at the PlayStation 5 reveal. But I think during this main showcase, Microsoft really need to prove their first party. So yeah, I agree with you there.
World premiere. I remember that they did the gameplay mixed in with cutscenes, and then I mean,
Elias Stapleton, do you think in a parallel universe, a possible God of War 2, Kratos versus Thor with all PS5 graphics engine and PS5 launch, how could it do versus Halo? God of War right now is a more powerful brand, question mark. That's a fascinating question, Elias. God of War is obviously giant right now. It's huge. Halo feels like, though, it's coming on strong again. The social media metrics have been crazy impressive. You know, I don't know if any of you saw my tweet yesterday, but just in the last month, just the last 30 days, Halo Infinite has had 3 different tweets get over 100,000 likes. That's big numbers for Twitter. You know, it might not be the craziest numbers by YouTube standards, but for Twitter, 100,000 plus likes is really big. For example, the only tweet in the last 30 days that PlayStation themselves, the official PlayStation Twitter, they've only had one tweet get over 100,000 likes the past month, and that was the Spider-Man PlayStation 5 cover art reveal. So that shows you, to hit 300,000 plus likes, that's crazy. Halo is on a major rebound right now, so Infinite needs to look good, right? Infinite needs to look awesome. It has the momentum. The social media metrics look excellent. I don't know if you noticed on Twitter, but like, it was just Halo City yesterday, sharing the cover art, people being hyped. So it needs to look good. So it's interesting, which would be bigger, the God of War sequel or Halo? It's a tough question. Worldwide, I would say probably God of War, but in the U.S. especially, Halo could give God of War a real challenge. Halo's giant in the U.S., so both would be huge. Both would be very, very big.
Hey, you never know. I think he's in Berlin filming Matrix, but hey, it's virtual, so anyone.
Elias saying greetings from Venezuela. Greetings to Venezuela. Hello, everyone in Venezuela. I hope you are all doing well, and you too, Elias. Sounds PP7 saying a new Killer Instinct. I hope. Oh man, Killer Instinct I thought on Xbox One was just excellent. I thought it was awesome. So I think this is pretty much over. I'm going to exit out of the showcase and the pre-stream. And we're going to switch over to the actual Xbox stream. All right. Here we go. We got a minute. Less than 2 minutes left. I am excited, y'all. I'm really excited. Really, really amped. Thanks, everyone who stopped by and shown up. We're going to break everything down right after the show. So if you bounce out during my live reaction, if you just want to watch it, you know, with no reaction over it, totally cool, totally understand. Make sure you hop back into the stream as soon as the show ends, because we're going to be breaking it down. We're going to be talking about what we liked, what we didn't like, what delivered, maybe what didn't. So hop on in. We'll talk about it all after the show. Last couple comments here before we go. We got 1 minute left. John Geraldton saying next generation for Xbox is about the Xbox platform, not the physical consoles. I agree. Excited to see the work they will do to grow Game Pass and xCloud. Yes, you know, console sales are of course important. They're of course a big deal, but Microsoft is approaching things a little different than say Sony in that, yes, they view it as a little bit more agnostic. They're going on Xbox One, they're going on Series X, they're going on PC. All right, everyone, we got 30 seconds. I'm excited. I hope everyone's excited. Let's get this show rolling, and we're going to live react. I'm going to try and focus mostly on the actual stream. But yes, you know, right afterwards, we're going to break it all down. Here we go, everyone. Have fun. Enjoy the stream. Why won't this bar go away? Here we go. Oh boy. Is this Halo right off the bat? Is this Halo? Whew. I'm not sure what we're looking at here.
The Mjolnir exosuit is
Mjolnir.
now complete.
It's Halo. Oh baby, here we go.
Even though this technology will save humanity in the war to come. I must remind myself. Liquid crystal cannot rise on its own. Titanium alloy cannot prevail in the face of extinction.
Oh my gosh, I got goosebumps right now, y'all. I got legit goosebumps.
Cannot hope. It all means nothing until you step inside.
Actual goosebumps. Please look good, please look good, please look good.
Am I dead already? I must be. I mean, this is a punishment, right? Yep, this is death. No! No! No, 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 no! This isn't happening. I'm going to have to make an emergency landing. Hold on, Chief. No! No! You! I can't stand this! You are... Breathe. No! Tell me
Interesting.
what to do. You don't get to tell me anything! We're... Are you even listening?
They don't get along. They don't get along at all.
You'll be safe here. Oh, I'll be safe. Safe? I haven't been safe since I found you. I found you, remember? You were out there on your own, and you'd still be out there if it wasn't for me. I thought I was going home.
There won't be a home if we don't stop the Banished.
You keep saying that. We're outgunned, outnumbered. I know I saw condors over there. I'm going to dig through them and find one with the working sleep space drive. And when you're done with this war, we'll get away from here. Far away.
Wait here.
Chief's armor looks amazing.
Please. Let me see what I can find.
Cannons first. When I get back, we can look. Together.
Okay, big guy.
Interesting. So is this full open world? The scope is huge, that's for sure. Hard to tell on a compressed stream, but visually, maybe a little less than I was hoping. But with Halo, I'm more concerned about the gameplay than the actual visuals, to be honest with you. Okay, yeah, looks like this is pretty much open world, or at least giant scale. I mean, look at that map. It's huge. Man, the stream compression is brutal. I want to rewatch this in 4K for sure. Ooh! Ooh! I think this is a new gun, right? Banish. I like this gun. There's the grapple hook. Ooh, lots of new weapons. We got a new banish weapon here too. Yeah, it looks like we're like open world here, y'all. Or at least semi-open world. Huge environments. Huge. Is that another new weapon? My goodness. Ah. I'm digging the grappling hook. Some people were like not liking the rumor, but I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Nice. Actual gameplay looks great. Again, visually, I think I was hoping for a little bit more of a jump. But the actual core gameplay itself looks awesome.
The UNSC lost this war months ago. Your people are broken, scattered, hunted, defeated by me. I wish I could tell you it was difficult, but it wasn't. We are one step ahead, always. The ring is already under our control. Soon, the auditorium as well. The Harbinger and the Banished share the same goal. We fight together to honor the will of Atriox.
Atriox, baby.
Without challenge, I grew weary, lost, alone. This is my last fight. A true test of legends. Our story will outlive us both. Set a fire in your heart, Spartan. Bare your fangs.
This dude's intense.
Die well.
We got a pretty cool looking villain, I gotta say that. The villain I dig. Holiday 2020, no release date. Alright, so yeah, quick thoughts. I like that it's going open. I like that it's so big. Gameplay I really dug. New weapons look good. Visually, was hoping for a bit more of a jump from what we've seen on current gen.
We hope you enjoyed your first look at Halo Infinite's campaign. I'm incredibly proud of the team at 343, and we're thrilled to share a hint of the epic battles that await you on the next chapter of Master Chief's journey. This is the most ambitious campaign we've ever created at 343. For the first time, players will have the freedom to explore a mysterious new Halo ring that's several times larger than our last 2 Halo games combined.
Wow, larger
Halo
than
Infinite
4 and 5
is built from
combined.
the ground up to take full advantage of Xbox Series X. Bigger battles, epic vistas, more complex visual effects, displayed with 10 times the processing power per pixel of Halo 5. This will be running at a flawless 60 frames per second and will allow us to bring the Halo ring to life in ways
60
that have never been
FPS.
possible before. We look forward to sharing even more about Halo Infinite in the coming months, including the first look at multiplayer. And now, please enjoy a glimpse of what others in the Xbox Game Studios family have been working on.
Alright, alright.
World premiere.
I do not know what this is. What? Visually, this looks amazing, but I don't know if this is CG or in-game. But wow. I mean, wow at the visuals. I would love to know if this is real-time or pre-rendered. Yo! Oh, State of Decay 3. I'll tell you what, I'm not the biggest State of Decay fan. I don't dislike those games, I'm not like a huge fan, but that looked interesting.
Welcome everyone to the Xbox Game Show.
Phil.
Today, we're showing games from 9 of our 15 Xbox Game Studios, including unveils of 5 new first-party games.
5 new first-party games.
Today is how Xbox Game Studios are harnessing their passions to bring their dreams to life. We believe that how you find and play your games is as important as the device you play them on. Xbox Game Pass is the best way to discover and play, and we want you to be able to experience as many great games as possible. So Game Pass members, you can play every game you see today from your subscription or free to play. These games will look and play best on Xbox Series X, delivering unmatched fidelity, performance, precision, and immersion. And we've designed the most consistently powerful next-generation console. And we've built state-of-the-art platform technology to allow every developer to realize their full vision.
All right, let's go.
One studio that has always pushed the limits of our hardware is Turn 10.
Here we go,
We're
Forza.
early in development on the next Forza Motorsport. and Xbox Series X is bringing them closer to their dream of unprecedented realism with ray tracing and native 4K resolution, all at 60 frames per second. The trailer you're about to see was captured completely in-engine.
All right, let's go. Forza. I'm a big Forza fan. Big Forza fan. Whew, that looks pretty. You can see those ray trace reflections. Ah, just Forza Motorsport, no number. That versus Gran Turismo is going to be very interesting to watch next gen because Gran Turismo looks good. Rare. Gotta be Everwild.
Our world has a rhythm. We all sense it. But only a few truly feel it. It is found in the smallest moments. In every step of a perilous journey.
This art style is gorgeous.
Of ritual. In the bonds we share. And in moments of stillness.
I mean, this is beautiful, I think. Just absolutely beautiful.
It teaches us to look beyond the expected.
Oh, whoa.
To be a light in dark places. To seek answers. And to stand watch over our world. Our world has a rhythm.
Wow.
We all sense it. But only a few truly feel it.
I am extremely into this. Ah. Still no gameplay. I still want to know how it plays. Beautiful to look at, but how does it play? All right, here we go. Maybe we're going to get that.
Will give to you a magical and untamed natural world for you to explore and to just truly lose yourself in. It's a place to be eternal. And eternal has the gift to sense and feel how magic flows through nature and connects every living thing. The team here at Rare are so excited to be working on something like Everwild, and I hope you're excited too. But I just want to take this opportunity to say a massive, massive thank you to everyone who's shown their support and love, and for the incredible, awesome, positive community that's already growing around this game. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Still no gameplay. I want to know what it plays like.
Whoa, I just got hit with a flood of memories.
Love you, Mom.
You seeing what I'm seeing?
Mom?
Allison?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Don't Nod's a new game.
That they don't believe us.
We all believed that what happened that night was self-defense. but we couldn't be sure.
It doesn't matter that they kept us apart.
Brother, sister, we look out for each other.
I'm a big Life is Strange fan, so I will definitely be playing this.
Feels impossible.
I know it's not Life is Strange, but I love those games.
We're all done with fairy tales.
The only thing that matters is you're my brother. And the only way to move forward is to keep looking back.
We've been getting these visions whenever we see or hear something really emotional. Everything we thought we knew about Marianne just got thrown out the window.
She loved you. She attacked you. We both saw it.
I thought coming here would be closing a chapter of our lives.
Nothing good comes from stirring up old memories.
We don't really have a choice about that.
There's always a choice, son.
I can't do this. Stop!
Tell me why. I'll definitely be playing that. Ooh, August 27th. Way sooner than I thought. Okay. Moon Studios.
Hey everyone.
Oh, yeah.
My name is Gennady. I'm the co-founder and director of technology at Moon Studios. Today we're very excited to tell you that we're working on a very, very special version of Ori and the Will of the Wisps, specifically for Xbox Series X.
God, this game
We're
is
now
so
at a time
good.
where we can reach levels of fidelity and frame rates previously absolutely impossible on any console. An already gorgeous game like
120
Ori
FPS.
can now run at 120 Hz refresh rate in full 4K HDR in its highest quality.
4K 120?
Feel with silky smooth animation, super crisp, sharp image, and low input latency, which is just so important for the tight and precise platforming feel.
Yo,
of this game.
4K
We
120?
can also boost the immersion in different spaces in our world by using premium audio tech that we previously just could not simulate in real time. And with all of this crazy hardware power, we can give our players more options with how they want to play our game. We can't wait for all of you to experience this very special version of Ori coming to Xbox Series X with smart delivery later this year.
Almost halfway through, not quite. Private Division's got to be Outer Worlds, right? DLC.
From the furthest reaches of the universe comes the biggest mystery in the galaxy.
An abandoned research facility, and now shady corporate intrigue.
Marvel of the Gorgon asteroid. A sordid stopover, full of salacious secrets and scandalous strangers.
Greetings, attractive patron. You are looking downright unlawful.
I definitely enjoyed this game.
With the right kind of case,
Really liked it.
develop a miracle drug can put you on the wrong side of a gun or sword. Or
I think this is a Series X version. This looks better than what I played, I think.
thrills, danger, intrigue.
I played it on 1X, and this looks better, I think.
Trust no one.
Sure seems like it looks better.
What will you find on Gorgon?
Ah, yeah, see. Xbox Series X in the corner. That must have been the Series X version, because it definitely looked better.
If you're
Grounded.
waiting for the biggest game of the year, then wait for Cyberpunk. But if you're ready for the smallest, we've got you covered.
Okay, that is hilarious. Okay.
From Obsidian Entertainment, the makers of games that are nothing like this one.
That was hilarious.
This summer, strive together to thrive together. Or just feed your friend to the spiders and go solo.
That killed me. That was funny. I have not played the beta or alpha or whatever that came out for Grounded, so I have no idea how that is.
At Obsidian, we're dedicated to pushing narrative and role-playing games. It's something we do
Looks fun,
every day
though.
when we come to the office, and we can't wait for you to play our next great adventure, Peril on Gorgon. It's the first of 2 planned story expansion packs for the Outer Worlds that we're putting together with our friends from the Private Division.
2.
It's
So there's
also important
2
that we continue to
DLCs.
evolve how we tell stories in games, and Grounded is the perfect example of that. The team has been working for the last 2 years on how to tell an Obsidian story within a survival game. Now, what's great is that you're going to be able to play the game on July 28th on Xbox Game Preview and on Steam Early Access. We want to hear from you, and we want to continue to build Grounded together. Oh yeah, if you've been wondering, we have been working on that next big Obsidian RPG. Check this out.
Okay, come on, baby. Come on, baby.
World premiere.
Come on, baby. Please look epic. Please look awesome.
We have always known war. It forged our empire. Turned heroes into queens and kings. And decimated our foes. Now our oaths are lost, forsaken. And you must face the monster.
Oh, yeah.
Our sins have borne. Is an oath.
Yes.
Worth the weight of a crown.
Avowed, okay. We did not see much, but I am excited for that. Series X, no Xbox One. No Xbox One. That is not a cross-gen title. Interesting. It just said Series X PC. So it looks like not everything is. Interesting.
First-person RPG set in the fantasy world of Eora. When Obsidian Entertainment joined Xbox Game Studios, they told us that this epic game is the one they want to make. As creators of critically acclaimed RPGs, this is Obsidian at their best, and it is being built from the ground up to take full advantage of the power of Xbox Series X. At Xbox Game Studios, we also work with independent developers, always with the goal of empowering them to bring their ideas to life. I'm excited to announce our work with Interior Night, a new studio led by some of the most talented storytellers in our industry. Let's meet Caroline Marshall, studio head of Interior Night, to debut their original game.
All right. Man, Avowed. I am pumped for that. Did not see much.
Bonjour, I'm Caroline from Interior Night. Our team is really passionate about interactive storytelling because when you play a story, you step into the character's shoes. You get to experience their fears, their hopes, their conflicts firsthand. And in the process, you learn more about yourself. And this is quite powerful. Our first game spans 30 years in the American Southwest. It's a story about family, resilience, and sacrifice. But most of all, it's about how you will shape the fate of real, flawed people trying to find their way in a world they don't fit in. I hope you enjoyed the trailer.
Are we about to get some Life is Strange vibes?
World premiere.
Because I'm always down for that kind of stuff.
Fortune, smile and fade. I haven't seen you much of late. I need you now, cannot wait. But when I look, you're not around.
We were on our way to start a new life that summer. For our family, it was just a stopover.
Interactive drama. Interesting.
Mine. It was the end of the road.
On the ground, now!
The sun went down on all of us that day. Was it fate? Coincidence? No. It was a long-forgotten secret, buried in the dark.
All my life, I've been scared of the shadows. But now, I'm finally ready to step into the light. I got your letters.
As Dusk Falls. Interesting style. It's like drawings, like, but you know, but they move, but it's not like fully animated. That's interesting. Ninja Theory.
We're hard at work on all of our projects, including Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, which we announced at the Game Awards back in December.
Gameplay.
An incredible 3.5 million players have now experienced Senua's story in Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. We're excited to start giving you an insight into what comes next for our Celtic Warrior, an experience that we'll be building in Unreal Engine 5 for Xbox Series X and PC.
Series
I'm
X.
happy to reveal today
They didn't say any
Senua's
Xbox
Saga
One
will be
again.
Set in the beautiful country of Iceland. And you can find out more about our location scouting and how we've discovered the history of our setting in a brand new behind-the-scenes development diary, which you can view straight after the show on the Ninja Theory YouTube channel.
So there's multiple titles that are not being developed for Xbox One.
It's been so touching to see the impact that Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice has had on so many players, and we're incredibly thankful to all of the fans that have been part of Senua's story so far. And we're excited for you to be part of our development journey from here on out.
Man, nothing new for gameplay or anything. This gotta be Double Fine, yeah. Man, I was really hoping we would see more gameplay on this stuff.
What? Peter? Peter, he's been sitting there the whole time? Hey, who wrote the song? Peter. Oh, Peter. Fantastic work. Love the song. Very much. It's gonna be fun to sing it. Now it's time to...
Probably been a long time since you've had a visitor. I hope you don't mind pop-ins.
That was a weird cut. I don't know that it was supposed to do that. I've never played the original Psychonauts, by the way.
It's a quiet place.
Lost alone, neither skin nor bone. Just a thought is all I've got.
Ooh, Jack Black killing it.
At the bottom of a lake, a frozen feeling. When my friends pulled me back up, I started healing.
Whoa.
I can smell the universe, and I can taste the sky, and I can see each molecule through my cosmic eye.
This song rocks.
Senses are the magic keys. They fill the holes I've had, unlocking all my memories, which I never.
We got some major 60s vibes going on, right? Major. Yeah, I've never played the original. I'm sure Psychonauts 1 fans are probably freaking out. But I've never played the original, so I don't have that pull like some people do. But I love the song, and it looks cool. Jack Black nailed it.
Can't wait for you to experience the amazing games built by Xbox Game Studios. And there is just so much more for you to play on Xbox.
So we got about
We are
20
partnering with
minutes
thousands
left.
Of creators, from the largest publishers to the smallest independent developers, to bring you the broadest variety of games ever. There is one developer in particular that is close to us, not just geographically, but in history too. I'm thrilled to announce that this fall, our friends at Bungie will bring Destiny 2 to Xbox Series X and Xbox Game Pass.
Ooh, Game
If
Pass.
you are one of the more than 10 million Game Pass subscribers, you also get access to all current Destiny 2 expansions starting this September.
Oh, dude, all expansions?
Destiny 2 will also be playable on mobile from the cloud.
That is a nice touch.
Bungie will also release a new version of Destiny 2 that is optimized for Xbox Series X. 4K resolution running at 60 frames per second. Here's an all-new look at Bungie's Destiny 2 Beyond Light.
That is very cool that they're going to give all expansions to Game Pass subs. That is sweet.
I've seen terrible things born out in the darkness. Every moment brings them closer. It's time to step beyond the light.
Man, Bungie's art team are talented folks. Their art design is so good. Cool, cool.
This is Destiny 2 that you can play any way you want thanks to Xbox Game Pass. Some of the world's most inspired developers are working on games for Xbox Series X, and we're just honored to be able to collaborate with them. Xbox Series X will empower both new and experienced creators to bring the future of games to life like never before. Unique perspectives, unexpected innovations, and fresh voices that demand to be heard and that we can't wait for you to discover. All of the games you're about to see are being built to launch exclusively on Xbox consoles. Thanks and enjoy.
All right, so the next 20 minutes are exclusives.
World premiere.
From third parties, I guess? Console launch exclusive? Okay. Visually, it looks really nice. Wow. Yeah, it looks really good visually. Holy cow. Oh, whoa. Yo, this looks creepy. Metro vibes. Oh, dude, that was Stalker? Oh, dude, Stalker 2?
World premiere.
Okay. That looked good. Wow. Wow, that looked good. I'm out of the loop. I didn't even know Stalker 2 was in development.
My Lord Inquisitor, I've reached a term of prime and begun our investigations. Our recon squad has been sent into sub-level 6 of the Hive to determine the full extent of the unrest. I'll know more when they make it back.
Warhammer? Okay, okay.
They make it back.
I'm not a Warhammer guy, but it looks cool.
World premiere.
Something changed, my heart could not contain the miracle of this world and all that it creates. With every passing day, the winds might grow stronger, carry us away, but we will.
Isn't this Tetris Effect? Right? Isn't that what this song is off of? Is Tetris Effect? Man, this song is a 10 out of 10. And Tetris Effect is a 10 out of 10. This is a different version of it, though. I'm pretty sure. Tetris Effect Connected. All new multiplayer. Okay. It's not coming to PlayStation. That's interesting, considering Tetris Effect was originally PlayStation. That's an interesting move. I mean, I'm down. I'm excited to play it. But interesting. Surprised it's not going to be on PlayStation. At launch, at least.
Sure you want to drop here? Hell yeah. Already lacing up my boots back here. What we got? Another good-for-nothing space rock?
Whoa. Hold on, let me check.
Find anything good?
Vex, you're not gonna believe this. Ouch! What the?
This looks cool. The Gunk. Interesting name. I mean, it looks pretty cool, though. Guess you're, like, healing that world or something like that. Bloob, this must be, the medium. I'm really excited for this, by the way. I love horror. Like, I love horror games.
It all starts with a dead girl.
God, I am day one on this.
The moon. Scent of pines. And then the gunshot. Every story has two sides. A regular, rational one, but also a darker and deeper truth. Not unlike a nightmare. I can see both. Worse, I can live them.
This two-world dynamic is very interesting. Apparently you're going to be able to just seamlessly split between them.
Hello?
Like instantaneous loading.
What is this place?
Oh, the horror fan in me is all about this. Sweet. That is day one.
World premiere.
10 minutes. 10 minutes left. Phantasy Star Online. Is this a new Phantasy Star? I've never played Phantasy Star Online. Is this a new one? I mean, this looks rad. Phantasy Star Online 2. A new Genesis. All right. So is that just an expansion?
Global risk is scared of the weapon.
Oh, this is, yeah, Crossfire X, okay. Looks cool. But when I see Remedy, I love Control. And I'll always hope for Alan Wake 2.
Blacklist, we make our own path. We protect our own.
Can you protect me from fate?
Interesting seeing Remedy make a first-person shooter. I wonder how this is going to turn out. Because Remedy's usually, you know, third-person, Alan Wake, Control. Alright, we're pretty much done. I guess we're closing with Fable.
Console launch exclusives. Game Pass members can play every game you have seen today from Xbox Game Studios and all of our partners in the subscription or free to play. This is just a peek at some of the new titles coming to Xbox Series X. And some of the games you already love and some you have yet to play will also be optimized for Xbox Series X. Games like Forza Horizon 4, Gears 5, and Sea of Thieves. You'll get the next-gen upgrades at no additional cost when they launch. You can expect a lineup of over 100 titles for Xbox Series X this holiday season. With Series X and Game Pass, Xbox is the place to play, and you are at the center of everything we do. Now, you may have noticed we didn't get to visit all of our Xbox Game Studios today. That means we'll have more to share later this year. But until then, here's one more thing.
Fable. Come on, Fable. Deliver.
World premiere.
Come on, Fable. Please look amazing. Please. Please, please, please look good, Fable. Oh my god, here we go. Please look good.
The world is filled with stories of legendary heroes and treacherous villains, of fantastical creatures and wondrous places where nature and magic live in perfect harmony. Not all stories have happy endings.
Ew.
But yours
oh my god.
has yet to be.
No Xbox One. Oh, just a tease. Again. Alright, well, that was the show. Alright. Alright, let's break this down. Let's break this down. I want to know what y'all thought about that. I have a couple opinions. Start dropping those comments. I want to know what you think. I'm gonna get to your comments as soon as this reel's over. All right. Okay. All right. Start dropping your comments. Start dropping them. I want to know what you think. Let's get this. All right. Let's get this. Let's get this OBS back to full screen. Yeah. Whoa. Behind the scenes, you can see what I'm doing. Ah. Let's go full screen on this. I don't even realize how I get this to look at full screen, to be honest with you. So you're seeing my behind the scenes right now. There we go. I think we're good. I think we're full screen. Okay, let me know. Start dropping comments. Start dropping questions. I'm gonna give you my off the top thoughts. Okay. All right, let's do the good first. Okay, let's do the good first, and then I do have a few negative thoughts on this show. I'm just gonna be honest with you right off the bat. All right, I'm not usually a negative person, but okay. So the good is that we had Fable confirmed. That's nice. We got a brief look at the new IP RPG from Obsidian. That was good. I liked that we got to see that. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I hate to do this. I am slightly underwhelmed. I thought the PlayStation Showcase was better. I'll just be honest. Not saying that from like a fanboy direction or anything like that. I do think PlayStation Showcase was better. What do you think? Let me know. Let me know. Which was better? Drop those comments. Was it the PlayStation show or was it the Xbox show? Which was better? I am going to say right now that was slightly underwhelming, and there's a big reason for that, right? This show could have been, if you just look at the surface, if you just look at the games, right? If you look at, hey, Fable was here. Hey, here, I can take these off. All right, you can say, hey, Fable was here. Hey, Hellblade 2, right? If I just made a list for you that said new Obsidian RPG, Fable, Halo, Everwild, you know, in terms of like strictly games, like the lineup, it looks on the surface pretty good, right? Here's the biggest problem with this show. Here's the biggest problem in my opinion. We saw literally nothing basically from Hellblade 2. Like basically almost nothing. Right? I think that's an issue. Everwild, we see some stuff that looks good in terms of visually. I thought it visually looks beautiful, but again, we have no idea what this game plays like. I mean, none. There was no indication of what it plays like. You know, I thought that was a bit of a bummer. Is my mic too loud or is it okay? Let me know, because on OBS it's showing me in the red the whole time. Like it's just like boom red. So if my mic is too loud, sorry. I can turn it down. Let me know. Is my mic okay? Is it popping? Yeah, the big problem was, again, the exact same. I just think we didn't see enough of these games. You know, the Sony show wasn't significantly better in that regard. You know, I don't want to play this up like, hey, PlayStation showed tons of gameplay and they were far ahead of Microsoft with that, because that's not true. But I thought like games like Horizon Zero or Horizon Forbidden West, we just saw so much more of an idea of what that game is than, let's say, Fable or even Hellblade or a lot of these games, a lot of these new announcements, right? We saw some bigger looks at games that were already announced like Everwild, but the new stuff, the brand new stuff, it was just so brief, our looks at them. That's my biggest problem with the show, is that all of the big new announcements we saw almost nothing on. That Obsidian RPG, we saw essentially just a tiny tease. Fable, we saw essentially just a tiny tease. Forza, I would say it was comparable to Gran Turismo's announcement. I don't think that's like a big deal. Like in terms of like, oh wow, Sony showed so much more Gran Turismo. Not really, maybe a little bit more than Forza, but not like a ton. But I just thought Sony gave us more of a look at the games, right? Like Kena Bridge of Spirits, we saw quite a bit of that, which we saw a lot. You know, that's a third-party game. We saw pretty big chunks of the third-party stuff here too. I just think that the main thing that's probably going to cause some people to be underwhelmed, myself included, is that the big announcements, we saw just nothing, almost. We saw almost nothing. And I think that was the thing that's going to kind of underwhelm some people. I didn't hate this show. I know I'm kind of being a little negative right now. I did not hate it. I thought there was definitely some good stuff. But, yeah, I think that expectations were higher than what we got. So start dropping questions. I'm going to start going through some of your comments and questions here. I think Halo's gameplay looked really good, really solid. I love how open it is. I did expect a bit more of a bump visually. I don't know if some of the visual stuff in this was because of stream compression. But again, to like kind of piggyback off of the whole Sony thing again, we saw like a big look at Ratchet and Clank, for example. Like we saw how that game played. We saw what made the SSD different. Yeah, I don't know. I have mixed thoughts on this. I'm going to start going through your comments and questions because we have tons dropping. So I'm going to start looking to see what you think. Teddy Morton here. Crazy we didn't get more gameplay after the reaction to the last showcase. Yes, that is the thing that is the biggest bummer here. I feel like if I would have seen even a slice of gameplay for Fable, I don't even need like 15 minutes, right? Even if it was just in-game, kind of like with Horizon Forbidden West, right? We didn't really see how Horizon Forbidden West plays. I'm just comparing Fable and Horizon because those were the big end show games for both, right? For Sony and for Microsoft. When Sony wrapped up their conference for Horizon, we got a pretty darn good look, at least of what Horizon is in terms of the in-game. We got to see the world. With Fable, it is like I don't think that was in-game rendering. There was nothing that said in-game, so I think that was CG, like pre not real time. So Fable, if you compare that to Horizon, it's just not close in terms of. I'm hyped for Fable. I am extremely excited for that. But if you just compare it to Horizon, Horizon we just saw more of. Same thing for Obsidian's game. It was nothing really in-game. I think that last shot was meant to imply in-game. So maybe that is kind of showing what the in-game is going to be. But again, we don't know if that was CG or not. And yeah, I am surprised after the reaction to the May event. I know stuff's tough with COVID right now, right? I know that it is. But man, I am surprised. I am surprised that we did not see even in-game cinematic looks like Horizon. I am very, very surprised by that. Split End saying, I guess it was roughly what I expected. Nothing more, nothing less. I'm not truly excited, so to speak. Yeah. Danger Man saying, wonder one thing, when will Avowed and Fable come out? They both must be very far away. He says, I thought Avowed would be 2023 and Fable 2022, but seems the other way around. Tough to know. Both are very far away. I mean, we saw nothing. Nothing. I don't think either one of those are even 2021. So yeah, 2022 or later, I would think. With how little they showed, I'd be shocked if either one of these games are even 2021 titles. They must be pretty far off. Split End asking if the YouTube metrics were good. I have no idea. Since I was live reacting, I wasn't looking at any metrics. I'm going to dive into that afterwards. Silence PP7 saying that 6 out of 10 conference for me. They showed a lot of games, but nothing that blew me away in a next-gen sense, like Ratchet, Spidey, and Horizon 2. Their cross-gen plan may be a bit of a double-edged sword. So the interesting thing here, Silence, is we actually got, despite what Phil's been saying, confirmation that a lot of their first-party games are not cross-gen. Fable is not cross-gen. Hellblade 2 is not cross-gen. Avowed is not cross-gen. I find that interesting, but it does back up kind of what they said. If you remember, they keep saying the next year or two is cross-gen. So Fable and Avowed are not cross-gen. They must be like 2 or more years away. It sucks to say, but yeah. Not all of Microsoft's content is going to be cross-gen. They just announced multiple games that are not, but they are very far away. They are far off. That is a bummer. But I agree with you. If you want me to be completely honest, Silence PP7, there was nothing here visually speaking, strictly visually, that wowed me the way that Horizon Forbidden West did. Yeah, overall, your comments seem pretty underwhelmed, pretty disappointed, at least on my feed. You know, I haven't looked at Twitter yet. Again, I don't want this to be like come across as like a hating thing, because it's not. I think there's a lot of stuff here to be excited about. The problem is it's like you have to be excited for way off. Like, I think Ratchet, again, I hate to compare to Sony, but we're going into a next generation launch. You have to compare them. So Xbox fans, do not take this the wrong way. Do not take me as this hating on Xbox. I'm a big Xbox fan, okay? Big. I really enjoy Xbox content, but you have to compare them. The stuff for Microsoft you want to be excited for seems so far away compared to Sony. Considering what we saw from Ratchet, what we saw from Spider-Man, what we saw from Horizon Forbidden West, which is confirmed 2021, Sony seems to just have more ready soon. Microsoft has some stuff I am unbelievably stoked for. Fable, I am unreal excited for. Avowed, the concept seems amazing. But again, I'm getting excited for stuff that's probably 2022, 2023. Sony dropped some stuff that, while they didn't give a date on Ratchet, considering how much gameplay they showed of that, I'm guessing it's 2021. For Horizon's 2021. You know, they just Sony gave you a little bit more stuff to be excited about that's soon. That is not far off. Microsoft, Halo I'm excited about. But a lot of Microsoft's big projects seem very far away. Everwild, again, with no idea on what the game plays like or a date time frame. Hellblade 2, no idea when that's going to come out. Yeah, it's a bummer. It's a bummer. Interesting. So we have someone that feels different. Infinity Doc says PlayStation Showcase was awful compared to this. That is interesting. Everyone's not going to agree on this, right? They're definitely not. I do not take that standpoint, Infinity Doc. I think Sony's show was indeed better. But if you're hyped for this one, then that is awesome. I did not hate this show. I just feel like it needed more looks at these games, you know? I needed a better look at what Fable is. I needed a better look at what exactly Avowed is. I just did not get enough. Goat saying both mediocre. Yeah, neither one blew me away, I'll be honest. I don't want to hype Sony's up like it was the greatest show ever. Because Sony's show, I don't think, was the greatest show ever. I think COVID, we're clearly seeing how much COVID has hurt the industry. If you notice, every single showcase, the common consensus online is underwhelming. Sony, I saw a lot of that. Microsoft, I've seen, at least in my feed, a lot of that. EA Play, I saw a lot of that. Ubisoft Forward, I saw a lot of that. I think COVID really just screwed the industry over in terms of like hype. Yeah, I think COVID is really the thing that's doing this. Brandon Bull saying Sony was an 8 out of 10. Xbox was a 7 out of 10. Yeah, that's probably where I'd peg it too. I don't think either one was a 10 out of 10 at all. At all. Probably sounds about right. 8 and a 7, somewhere around there, I would say. I think I was just thinking that I was coming in pretty hyped. I thought we were really going to see Fable. I didn't think we were going to see 10 straight minutes of gameplay of Fable. I thought Fable's showing would be like a Horizon's was. That's what I was expecting. Just like cinematic shots. Keep in mind, Fable's been in development now for years. So, I mean, multiple years. That game started development at the very end of 2017. So it's been in development for basically 2 years now. Actually, slightly a little bit longer. Keep in mind, the end of 2017 was going to be like very, very early pre-production. But this is a game that hasn't been in development for a year. It's been multiple years. So I thought Fable's showing would be very similar to a Horizon. Not a bunch of gameplay, but beautiful cinematic panorama shots showing you what the world is, and we just did not get that. A lot of comments just saying that that they wanted more gameplay. I agree. Duke saying that they think Everwild was the best game there. Everwild was beautiful. Beautiful. I love the way Everwild looks, but man, I just need gameplay. I mean, I need to know what it is. I have no idea what the game is, you know? I just don't know. That's the common problem. Spider-Man, you know what it's going to play like. Even if they haven't shown a ton of gameplay, you know what it's going to play like. Ratchet, we saw a big chunk of gameplay. Horizon, you know a general idea what it's going to play like. Microsoft's games, you just don't know what they're going to play like. Except for Halo now. We have seen Halo. But can anyone tell me what Everwild's going to play like? Or Fable? Or, you know, Awakened? Or any of these? We just don't know. Like, we need more. We need to know more about these games. Or Avowed. I keep saying Awakened, don't I? Yeah, Killian, the games themselves looked great, just lack of gameplay. Yep, just lack of gameplay. John saying John Mata the second, State of Decay 3 at least. Yeah, State of Decay looked cool. Again, though, was that CG or was that, you know, pre-rendered CG or was that kind of in-game? I don't know. I'm guessing that was pre-rendered CG again, kind of like Fables. I would have been more excited if State of Decay 3 was in-engine. Now, maybe it was, but I didn't see any disclaimer on the video that said rendered in-game. So I think that was another pre-rendered CG trailer. So again, just like Fable and just like Avowed, we just saw nothing on it. We just saw nothing. Nothing on what the game is. Please help saying the Medium was pretty good. Yes, I am stoked for the Medium. I am very, very excited for that game. I love horror titles. I love it. Benji's saying that they loved the Halo intro, but then it was just okay. Yeah, I definitely expected a bigger jump visually. Now, again, this stream was very compressed, just like the Sony stream was. Both those streams, and if you went back and watched, for example, like the Horizon videos afterwards, they looked so much better. The re-uploads with higher resolution, like higher bit rate, they looked so much better. So I'm curious to go back through some of these, like Halo, and watch that in a better quality. Because maybe it does look a lot better than what it looked like on that really artifacted stream. But yeah. Alex saying Fable's reveal was basically a funnier version of the Elder Scrolls 6 reveal at Bethesda. Yeah, it wasn't much more, was it? Not much more. Maybe a little bit, but not much. Not much more than what they showed of Elder Scrolls. Danger Man saying most excited would be Avowed, a high-budget open-world RPG. Yes. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Again, don't take this as in I think everything that everything looked bad. That is not what this this breakdown is. It's just, yes, I am pumped for Avowed. I am excited. You know, Obsidian I think are great. It looks like they have their own version of a Skyrim RPG in development. That is speaking to me. I just saw so little, which wouldn't be a big deal, right, if we had seen more of other games. I think if Avowed was this, like, really brief tease like it was, because we know it's far away, that would be fine. If we got a good look at Fable, or we got, like, gameplay of Everwild, I think it would have been fine. It was just the problem that you had so many of those that were like that. You just had so many of these games that were just these very brief teasers. You did not see much of anything on them. You know, State of Decay 3, like we talked about earlier, was another prime example of that. Their first-party games, you know, what we mostly saw gameplay of was third-party stuff. The first part, Psychonauts was a big presentation, but Psychonauts wasn't a new announcement. Looked good, though. You know, I'm not knocking on Psychonauts. It looked good. It's just something we'd already seen. The new reveals are the ones that we just saw so little on. So little. Ramses, what are your thoughts about the absence of Elden Ring? Some people say there have been problems with development, even implying the game might be canceled. Yeah, Ramses, I've been talking about this on the YouTube channel, and I've also talked about it on Twitter several times. I did not expect Elden Ring to be here at all. I'll be surprised if you see Elden Ring at all this year. I think something definitely went wrong in the development of that game. I don't think it's canceled personally, but I think it got delayed from when it was originally going to be. Keep in mind, it sounds like this is a very different game for From Software. You know, it sounds like it's probably fully open world. It sounds like there's mounts and stuff that you ride in the game. So I just think it's been probably a harder project to develop than what From was expecting. You know, quite a bit different than stuff like Bloodborne and Dark Souls. So I'm not shocked at all. I did not expect Elden Ring to be there at all. In fact, on Twitter, I was saying the same thing, that I did not expect it to be here. Split End saying Halo's ray tracing will not be available until after launch. Interesting. KH saying seems like Game Pass was the true star of the show. For sure. For sure for Game Pass. That's the nice thing, right? If you're a Game Pass subscriber, all of these games that you saw from first party, you're going to get for free with the service, which is great. That is amazing. So yes, Game Pass, definitely the hero of the show, I think. This is interesting from Zero the Silent Hero. What are your thoughts on the big distancing they're taking from Halo 5's end? Yeah, right? They didn't show like anything that played into Halo 5's story. I feel kind of disappointed that they're ignoring it to please fans, which seems like a creative disservice. So Zero the Silent Hero, in a way, I think it definitely makes sense because, I mean, the reality is, at least to the campaign, the overwhelming feedback for 343 was that the campaign storyline most people did not like. They just didn't. Now, the multiplayer, a lot of people really like Halo 5's online, but the story itself, overwhelmingly, the feedback that 343 got was that people just did not like it. So on one hand, I completely get why they're distancing themselves from it. In fact, there's like literally no reference in what we saw to Halo 5, except for like the really brief snippet at the beginning where it was like, we lost, you know, it was like how many days after we lost. That's implying, you know, what happened at the end of Halo 5. But yeah, there was no Locke, no reference to Locke that I saw, no reference to Cortana really, except for like there was, I think she was saying a little stuff in the preamble maybe, if I'm remembering right. But yeah, nothing in regards to her. Clearly, they are distancing themselves from Halo 5. I'm sure in the game itself, they are going to follow up on all this stuff. But, yeah, clearly setting themselves away from Halo 5. Dinu saying, do you think we will have Sony on August 6th? I have no idea when the date for that's going to be. Definitely in August. Jeffrey Grubb has been reporting on that. Grubb has been right on the money with pretty much all of his reporting. So yes, August, it sounds like. August 6th could be. Here's what I'll say. I don't think Sony feels as pressured now as maybe they thought they might be before Microsoft's show. Yeah, I don't think so. I think if Microsoft would have came out here and hit a home run, there would have been a lot of pressure on Sony. But considering how far away so many of these games likely are, I think Sony's all right. I don't think they're feeling the pressure too bad. Sounds PP7 saying some quick Twitch plus YouTube metrics I've compiled put stream views at over 115,000. Wow. Not on the PS5 level. That was over 2 million or close to 2 million. Abdul saying I'm going to be honest, I've never owned an Xbox, and with all this childish console wars, I went into this show hoping that I could see something that's convincing me to buy Xbox Series X. I'm disappointed. Abdul, I think that's a fair stance, especially for people that have always been PlayStation only. I think if you're someone that likes Xbox, that you like their brands, if you like Halo like I do, if you like Fable like I do, I definitely think there was some stuff here to get you really excited, to be like, hey, can't wait to play a new Fable, can't wait to play the next Halo, can't wait to play the next Forza. But yeah, if you're someone that's thoroughly in the PlayStation camp, I don't think there was a lot here to sway you from that. I do totally agree with that, to be honest with you. Benji saying, so far not so excited by next-gen visuals. Games look good and clean, but nothing jaw-dropping yet. So far, Ratchet is the most impressive. Halo Infinite is the one I'm more excited about. Yeah, I haven't had that wow next-gen moment very much. The only things I've seen in this build up to next gen where I saw it and I was like, holy crap, this looks like next gen, like how I envisioned it in my mind, would be Hellblade 2. With that first showing of Hellblade 2, when I saw that, I was like, dang, this looks freaking good. Like visually, wow. And I would say Horizon Forbidden West, considering it's open world, it looks really good for an open world game. Remember, it's not linear. So those two, and then the Epic demo. Keep in mind, we're early. This was actually a common thing back during the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One reveal as well. Now, don't get me wrong. There were a couple games that really stood out at launch. There were several that were like, wow, like Killzone Shadowfall, for example, for Sony, and Rise Son of Rome for Xbox. Both of those, I feel like at launch were like, holy cow, this looks a step way above last gen. But there was, I can remember clearly, a lot of discussion too that like, a lot of the games don't look very impressive compared to what we expected. And then if you look at the end of the generation, right, you look at The Last of Us Part 2, you look at Ghost of Tsushima, you look at Gears 5, visuals over the course of the generation just got so much better as the tools got implemented, as people were able to focus not on cross-generation, they could just really focus on the current gen. So I agree with you. I have not seen much that really blows me away visually yet. I've seen some stuff that's like, yep, looks good, but doesn't blow my mind much. But I wouldn't panic about that. Give it 2-3 years. You're going to see, or even maybe a year or two, and you're going to see some really amazing stuff. It's just going to take some time for the tools and all that to get worked over to next gen. Because keep in mind, a lot of these games are using primarily engines that were focused for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One development, not next generation. Once we start seeing those Unreal Engine 5 games and updated versions of, Naughty Dog's tools and things like that, you're going to see some really spectacular stuff. Silence PP7. Another layer to the PlayStation comparison is that by the time some of these games have gameplay ready, Sony will probably have stuff like God of War 5, Days Gone 2, Spidey 2, new Naughty Dog IP, etc. to show off. Yeah. Now keep in mind, there's a lot of studios we did not see projects from here, from Microsoft. So they still have a lot in the bag too. They still have In Exile, who are making a next-gen RPG, very early in development, but they are. You have Compulsion, which it's unknown what they're making, but they have something in the works. We haven't seen the initiative. So I would say that, yes, that is true, but also Microsoft sells a lot of teams that we haven't seen stuff from as well. But you do make a very good point that Sony, it seems, at least on the surface, has more coming in the first year on the PS5 than Microsoft does. At least it looks that way. Maybe some of these games that Microsoft announced are closer than we think, but considering how little we saw on them, I don't think so. So it looks like Sony probably has a first year advantage because they've got, for sure, Spider-Man, Ratchet and Clank, I think, Horizon Forbidden West, and am I forgetting one? At least those three. Microsoft has Halo Infinite, which is going to be big. And I don't know if anything else was confirmed for 2020 or 2021, was it? I don't think State of Decay was. I don't think Fable was. I don't think even Everwild was. Maybe that is, but I don't think they confirmed it. So at least those first 12 months, Sony may have an advantage in terms of release slate. John Geralton, can we talk about how Crossfire put 2 seconds of text on the screen saying multiplayer free-to-play and single-player premium? I expect more games to follow that model. Yeah, John, it's interesting, and I think there are heavy rumors that Halo Infinite is doing that as well. I don't remember where that's coming from, so I don't know if that's true or not, but I want to say I saw some reliable people reporting that they've heard that. I don't know. I don't want to say any names because I don't want to misreport something, but I think there is heavy rumors that Halo Infinite is doing the same model, free to play for multiplayer, and then you pay for that premium single player experience. Rico saying, I can't wait for Tetris, looks game of the year material. Oh, I'm with you. I love Tetris Effect. I've already played Tetris Effect, but this is like an enhanced one with multiplayer components, and also they said like more single player content. So yeah, Tetris Effect. Oh yeah, that's a day one for me for sure. Interesting. K. With the Halo showcase, I would say it will be closer between Spider-Man and PS5 and Halo and Xbox Series X. Before that, I thought Halo would be the much more huge seller. I need to see some YouTube metrics for this, but I'm inclined to agree. Man, I don't know. The more I think about it, I think Sony are in a really good position. Not hating on Xbox here. I think Xbox is going to do very well. I think next gen Xbox will do much better than Xbox One did, but I don't know. I need to see the discussion on Twitter. I need to see on forums. I need to read a lot more. So this could just be me misreading things, but I just feel like hype was higher for PlayStation afterwards. Sam L saying Halo Infinite was such a disappointment. Me personally, Sam, I wasn't disappointed. I think the gameplay looks good, but I also was not blown away. Looks good, I would say. Halo Infinite looks good, but it didn't look like, wow, like blew my socks off. I'm falling out of my chair in hype for it. You know, I was kind of coming into it. I was getting so pumped. Looks good, but it did not blow me away. But it looked good. Yeah, this is a good point here from Javier. It's surprising that Sony has published several great games this 2020, and it seems that they have more games for the launch of PS5 than Xbox. Well, we don't know about launch specifically, because really the only game that we have confirmed is launching this holiday with PlayStation Spider-Man, and we know Xbox has Halo. So Launch specifically, I wouldn't say that we have confirmation that Sony has more. But in that first year, yeah, which is interesting and I think unexpected. I thought Microsoft was going to have, I didn't think Fable was coming, for sure in the first year, but I thought Microsoft was going to be like confirming multiple games coming 2021. They didn't. And Sony, we know, has Horizon, Spidey, and probably Ratchet. Now, Microsoft, I'm sure, has something else, right? They're not going to go all of 2021 without a big game. So they definitely have some stuff. It could be Forza. I missed it if they confirmed that for 2021, but they need more for that first year. They need more. It is interesting how Sony just had The Last of Us, just had Ghost of Tsushima, and it looks like they've got more in that first 12 months than Microsoft. Rico, in my opinion, Sony made a case for getting the PS5 around launch, and Xbox made the case for getting the Series X in 2023. Kind of not wrong on that. Unless you want to play like Halo in its best, the absolute best version of Halo Infinite, besides PC, right? PC and Series X. Then, like me, I'm still getting an Xbox Series X day one. I still want to play Halo Infinite the best way it's going to play. Like, I'm still getting it. But if you're someone that's getting both consoles, I think Sony did make a stronger case for getting a PlayStation 5 in the first year than Microsoft did. And if you're someone that's going to buy both, but you're only going to get one early, I think you're probably right. That Microsoft made a very strong case for them in a couple years, right? Not necessarily the first year. Interesting. Silence PP7. Apparently Halo Infinite will be supported for 10 years, but it isn't a live service game like Destiny, according to the studio head. The messaging for that seems weird. That is weird. I don't know exactly what that means. 10 years is a long time. Holy cow. They better hope that multiplayer and campaign is very well liked, because that is a long time. David saying, wish they showed more gameplay, but I had the same issue with the PlayStation event. Yeah, me too. I just want more gameplay in general. I agree. There's not enough gameplay. We need to see more gameplay of games. Like, man, if you combined the PlayStation show with the Xbox show, combine both of those shows together, do you even have a half hour of gameplay? I don't know that you do. In-game cinematics and stuff, maybe, like once you add all that together, but actual gameplay, do you, between both these conferences, even have 30 minutes? That would be interesting to someone to do the math, because I don't know that you do. Halo Infinite, you saw a chunk of gameplay. Ratchet, you saw a chunk of gameplay. But like 90% of these games we're seeing is no gameplay. I do not dig that at all. I think we're in a day and age now where games look so good, people don't want to just see endless trailers of cinematics. We want to see what the freaking game looks like that I'm going to play, The cinematics are cool, but we want to see what is this game play like. And yeah, between Sony and Microsoft, I wonder if we even have a half hour. I wonder if we even have a half hour of total gameplay for next gen. That is not good. Split End. Keely's grade poll is up on Twitter. If it's A, B, C, or D, I would give this show a C, I think. I think I'd give it a C. Yeah, C. C would be where I would grade this. Ruger saying RIP Japanese games at this showcase. Yeah, I'm trying to think. There was Phantasy Star. And in the pre-show there was a Square Enix game. But yeah, there wasn't much. Not much from Japan. Split End. Psychonauts also not until 2021. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Here's what I'll say. Microsoft keeps touting how their console is the most powerful. They better hope that it really does play like third-party games a lot better. Because that first year is just low on games. And Psychonauts is, I believe, a cross-platform game, right? Is that exclusive? I know they bought Double Fine, but when that game started development, it wasn't an Xbox exclusive. I don't know, by the way. Someone let me know. If that has switched to exclusivity, I would like to know that, because I think it's cross-platform, but I could be wrong. Maybe when they bought, I might have missed it. Maybe when they bought Double Fine, that game went exclusive. Benji saying Nintendo can literally win the summer with a big direct. They just have to show the Mario 3D Collection, Breath of the Wild 2, Metroid Prime Collection, Bayonetta 3, and people will go insane. Yeah, Nintendo's still in a great spot. Even with next gen around the corner, I don't feel like Sony or Microsoft have really capitalized momentum how they should be. They're both going to do great. You know, this isn't one of those things like, oh, next gen consoles are doomed. They're going to sell really good. But they haven't like blown our socks off. Nintendo's still in a great spot. They frankly are. Nintendo's still, yeah, in a very good spot. I got like stuff in my beard. Sorry, I know I keep touching my face. I've got beard stuff going on. I can see like beard hairs. All right, we'll probably go for just a couple more minutes, and then I'm going to call the stream. Ruger saying Microsoft Lost Odyssey 2 when? Probably never. I would love to see a Lost Odyssey 2. I would absolutely love it. I don't think that game will ever happen, but I would love it. Benji saying, where's Call of Duty? I don't know. That is bizarre. We're in July, now getting close to the end of July, and we haven't seen Call of Duty. Is that even coming out this year still? That is bizarre. Killian with an interesting perspective here. I feel this show really showed the difference with Sony and Xbox. I feel like this show was more about Game Pass than trying to sell people on Series X. Kind of. That's actually not a bad viewpoint. Sony was all about PS5, 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 PS5. And don't get me wrong, Microsoft mentioned Xbox Series X a lot. But they mentioned, I feel like, Game Pass even more. They kept talking about, get these on Game Pass, get these on Game Pass. Which makes sense. Again, subscriptions are giant. That's the future in a lot of ways of the industry, so I get it. But yes, I think you're right in that it highlighted the difference. Sony really was trying to sell you on PlayStation 5. Microsoft was trying to sell you on their ecosystem. Split end. Keely's current poll is A, 20%, B, 30%, C, 28%, D or below 22% with over 31,000 votes. Very similar numbers across the board. Interesting. So in other words, what I would say is this was a very divisive presentation. It doesn't seem like from your numbers it's heavily leaning one way or another. Very divisive. Some people like it. You got 20% of people saying A. The biggest is 30% at B, but then C is right close to it with 28%. So it seems this show is a divisive show. Not overwhelmingly negative, not overwhelmingly positive. You have numbers all across the board there. So it looks like it's pretty divisive. Teddy's saying Psychonauts is multiplat. Yeah, I thought so. So that's not even an exclusive title. Sounds PP7 saying I was surprised not to see an official date for Gears Tactics Xbox port. Yeah. All right. I think I'm going to call it there, everyone. Thanks for everyone who's hopped in on the stream. Thanks everyone who came in for the post chat. I hope you all liked it. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I wasn't coming off overwhelmingly negative here at the end because, you know me, and anyone that follows me regularly knows I don't try to be a negative guy. I like to be positive. So there was a lot of stuff I liked on this show. I'm still very excited for Microsoft. I'm still very excited for an Xbox Next Gen. I'm still planning on getting one at launch. Just I would rank the show as a little underwhelming, you know, and it was strictly because not the game announcements themselves, but mostly I just did not see enough. I needed to see more of these games. Thanks everyone. Catch me on Twitter if you don't follow me yet or whatever. I'm at Benji-Sales on Twitter. If you don't subscribe to the channel yet here on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. We do a couple chats, you know, usually a week, 1 or 2 per week. So I love talking with everyone there. I actually got to get ready. I got to go to work. I do work today. So thanks everyone. Thank you so much for stopping by. And I will see you either here on YouTube or I will catch you on Twitter.